It's difficult to predict what the all-time high prices will be because of extreme volatility. We can spike up really quickly to 200,000 a coin, but those prices won't last for very long. I think it's safer to say conservatively by the next halving we'll be at somewhere around 100,000 USD per coin. But it really depends ultimately how far along we are overtaking gold's market cap. What percentage of the world's energy will be used for Bitcoin mining? So right now, we're probably using 77 terawatt hours per year, and that's really minuscule compared to the 157,000 terawatt hours per year that's being used for everything else around the world. That works out to be about 0.05% of the worldwide energy consumption, and I think at the next halving, we'll be doing pretty well if we can reach 0.1%. It could be higher, but we also see a lot of efficiencies being gained all the time by ASIC manufacturers. So it's difficult to say exactly. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter how much energy we're consuming for mining Bitcoin because it's not like we're taking energy away from industrial use cases or powering people's homes. Miners are typically sourcing new, cheap energy or even building their own power plants, I think. So it's really not important overall. What is the biggest new scam that newbies fall for? So for us at Blockstream, we actually see a lot of people getting scammed by cloud mining schemes. They're using our name, and even before we started mining, they were scamming using this concept. But I think overall, the biggest new scam is always the new coins that are coming out, the new coins that promise to be better than Bitcoin or solve some deficiency of Bitcoin, because newbies are always looking for the next big thing. And this kind of a scam just fits into their worldview that they can invest in something and have big gains, but typically that won't happen. And their best bet is really just buying Bitcoin. Who will be the most famous Bitcoin convert? I would say it's going to be Elon Musk. So at the next halving, Elon Musk is going to be a Bitcoiner. He's already been the CEO of Dogecoin, so jumping to Bitcoin is not a big stretch of the imagination. Will people be buying coffee with Bitcoin? So the question here is, are we talking about on-chain coffee transactions or off-chain coffee transactions? If we're talking about off-chain coffee, then we'll be using the Lightning Network. And I think that's a very realistic thing at the next halving. I think Lightning will be very ubiquitous and people will be using it to do a lot of microtransactions in addition to just coffee. If we're talking about on-chain transactions, then it's also possible. It could just be Roger Ver buying coffee on-chain and complaining about how slow it is and how expensive it is. What's your personal crazy prediction? So if we want a crazy prediction, I will say in the next year, we'll see some nation states adopting Bitcoin as their national currency. And those failing states will end up becoming very powerful, technologically advanced, and influential because they adopted Bitcoin.